watching right now.
Out of the big time fighters now?
Yeah.
Pacquiao looks sensational his last fight. I said, there's nobody in boxing that's fighting that looks sensational.
Sensational.
Mike Tyson has now joined the growing list of people impressed by Manny Pacquiao's intense training sessions, believing the legend might still have something real left in the tank. After watching recent footage, Tyson didn't sound nostalgic or like he was just paying respect to a fellow icon. His take was sharp, direct, and unexpected. "He's still fast," Tyson said. "He looks like the same guy who fought years ago. It's crazy."
Coming back?
Yeah,
46.
Thank you.
For the WBC title at 147.
Thank you so much.
I wish him all the best.
Quadra, I love him.
Can he do it?
Quadra?
Can he do it? Absolutely.
It's a Mexican brand.
Manny
Quadra.
Pacquiao's
Oscar,
he's a legend. You know,
some nice ones. Thank you.
he's a legend. I think he can do it. Absolutely. I mean, it's not gonna be easy, but I think he can do it. Yeah.
Coming from Tyson, that kind of statement carries weight. He understands firsthand how aging affects a fighter. He's experienced the decline, made comebacks, and felt how differently the body responds over time. So, when he says Pacquiao still looks dangerous, it's not just lip service. He's not hitting like an old man, Tyson continued. He's still got speed, movement, power. I think he shocks the world. People don't understand how dangerous that is.
Exhibition he had with Akpo. Why do you think they're making a lot of it? They say he didn't look good.
That is a real exhibition for Manny in the last year. But this coming fight on July 19, this is a real fight. Yeah, this is a big fight.
So they're gonna see a different Manny.
Yeah. I promise, as a head coach, of course, all the team can work together with that. All the people, they have a comment that Manny is 14 years old, but I show you.
You know, Manny, people love him.
Pacquiao is 46 and stepping back into a legitimate fight, not an exhibition, against 30-year-old Mario Barios, the WBC interim welterweight champion. Barios didn't win the title in the ring, but he's younger, fresher, and physically bigger. By default, many assume he holds the advantage, but Tyson, along with other seasoned voices, sees it differently. He's not coming back just for fun, Tyson said. That's a man who wants to win again. Pacquiao has always said he'd only return if he believed he could still compete at the top level. Choosing to fight Barios instead of a retired name or influencer hints at serious intent. He sees something in Barios he can exploit. And Tyson isn't the only one thinking that.
100% disrespectful. This is a clown fight. This is a more clown fight than the Jake Paul Mike Tyson. This is an outrage. People should be up in arms about this fight. This is so disrespectful. Barrios loses this fight. He should quit boxing. You let Manny Pacquiao, an old dude who stopped boxing, and then you're his first fight back? You are disrespectful as a champ.
Former two-weight world champion and analyst Paulie Malignaggi didn't sugarcoat his opinion. "Honestly, I think this is a winnable fight for Pacquiao," he said. "I think Barios is the weakest link among the welterweight title holders." Malignaggi believes even a faded version of Pacquiao could pull off the win. It's a risk, he admitted. But if Manny's sharp and in shape, this is the type of opponent he can beat. He clarified that Pacquiao is no longer in his prime, but even 70 to 80% of that version might still be enough. It comes down to legs and timing now, he added. If his legs still work, and he can pull the trigger, he beats this guy.
Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios? Okay, if this was for a massive bag, I get it. But you're fighting for a non-pay-per-view event, so you're going to be fighting for free against a guy like Manny Pacquiao. Why? There are plenty of other fights to be making. But yet we're getting Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios. Is Manny Pacquiao even ready to fight in the ring? Why is he... I get he still loves the sport, but listen. You are an all-time great, and a legend of the sport, a Hall of Famer. Why return? Why not just go pursue other things? If anything, do those little cheap expedition fights that you did last year, or those that...
What makes this return even more compelling is how seriously Pacquiao is treating it. This isn't the version of him that casually sparred with DKU in a 2022 exhibition, that looked more like a politician staying active. This, however, looks like a warrior on a mission. His reunion with longtime trainer Freddy Roach at Wildcard Gym solidifies that Manny looks great. Roach said, his speed's still there. His footwork is sharp. We're taking it day by day, but all signs are positive.
When you do the head boxing like that, what is that for? Because you can apply that in habit. You become a habit. When you start boxing like,
Woo! Woo! The speed is still there. Woo!
Chris Algieri, who fought Pacquiao in 2014 and was dropped 6 times, was also stunned. That doesn't look like an exhibition Manny, Algieri said. That looks like the guy I fought. The speed's there. The balance is there. Algieri wasn't offering flattery for attention. He knows what a prime Pacquiao feels like in the ring. What he sees now brings back those memories. I've always said Manny is the best I've ever shared a ring with, he added. He's not just fast, he's smart, he sets traps, he controls space.
Barios doing the everything but unifying with boots. Hey man, let me tell you, Barios has always been the biggest fight, and now if he fights and beats Pacquiao, he's the bigger fight, you know? And I told y'all, I'm not gonna let y'all forget, I told y'all that I was told Barios would be the last piece. He'd be the last piece, you know? He's gonna wait, just like Plant did, Barios will. They already offered Barios an offer to fight Norman, he turned it down. They said they was busy, and obviously they was. Look, the Pacquiao news broke. So Barios will be the last piece. They're gonna sell that belt to Boots and Eddie.
The key takeaway from both Algieri and Malignaggi is this: Barios may not be equipped to handle a sharp, active Pacquiao. Barios was previously dropped by Gervonta Davis and struggled against Keith Thurman. He won the WBC interim title in an underwhelming performance. Barios is vulnerable, Malignaggi said. He gets hit clean, he makes mistakes. And Manny's the last guy you want to make mistakes against. Juan Manuel Marquez, who fought Pacquiao 4 times and famously knocked him out in their final meeting, offered a more cautious perspective. Pacquiao has nothing left to prove, Marquez said, but I understand why he wants to return. Fighters are fighters. If he feels good, he has every right to try.
Really? There's a thought. It's an absolute joke. I love Manny Pacquiao. Love everything about him. An all-time great in terms of what he's done previous, but that doesn't entitle you to just walk back in after 6 years and get a number 4 ranking with the WBC and fight for a world title. What about all the other guys that are waiting around? It's wrong. We seen Manny Pacquiao fight an exhibition against a kickboxer in the last fight, and kickboxers can't box, right? I've seen world champion kickboxers coming and sparring boxers.
That sentiment echoes a common mindset among retired champions. If the hunger is still there, it never fully goes away. But Marquez added a technical warning: it's about reflexes. You can train for months and look great on mitts, but when real punches start flying, does your body still react like it used to? For him, the real test is not how Pacquiao looks early, it's how he holds up after 6 rounds. Manny has to control the fight early and make Barios think, Marquez explained. If he's pushed back, it'll get tough. That ties into what Algieri said about rhythm. Pacquiao has always been a rhythm fighter. If he finds it in the first 2 rounds, Barios could be in for a long night.
To be honest with you, I mean, it just sort of like sums up the way boxing's going these days. The WBC, I think, is for so many years has been known as the most respected. The famous green belt, boxing just seems to have turned a corner. A 58-year-old Mike Tyson fighting Jake Paul, 6-year-old Manny Pacquiao coming back, not just coming back after years of retirement, straight into the top 10 of the world rankings and fighting for the most prestigious belt.
One reason Pacquiao remains dangerous is that he never relied on size. Throughout his career, he was always the smaller man, but he beat bigger opponents with speed, angles, and non-stop movement. Those traits do fade with age, but they don't vanish overnight. Even if they're 80% intact, as Malignaggi suggested, it's still a serious threat to a guy like Barios, who lacks elite-level footwork and reflexes. Ricky Hatton, whom Pacquiao knocked out in 2009, was more critical. I love Manny, I really do, Hatton said. But what's he doing getting a title shot after all this time? Hatton's frustration wasn't about Pacquiao's talent. It was about the boxing system that rewards legacy names over merit. It's great for headlines, Hatton added, but what does it say about the sport? This kind of criticism is becoming more common in an era where sanctioning bodies often bend.
Out of nowhere, the WBC decides they want their welterweight champion, Mario Barios, to defend his belt against Manny Pacquiao. About 7 to 8, maybe 9, 10 years ago, I would have said, hells yeah, if we had a Manny Pacquiao championship fight. But man, he's been retired for 4 years. He's 46 years old. His last fight was in 2021, and he lost to Ugas in a unanimous decision. I watched his exhibition bout against the kickboxer guy in Japan. And again, I think people will look at this and go, well, Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson, and yeah, that happened. And I also said that Mike was going to get really badly hurt, and it was a terrible idea for him to do that.
Still, Hatton couldn't deny Pacquiao's ability. He's got the skills. I just worry about the body. It's been a long time. He's not 36, he's 46. That's a different game now. And that's what makes this fight so compelling. It's not just about Pacquiao trying to turn back the clock. It's about seeing how much he truly has left on his own terms in a real fight against a younger, dangerous opponent. Boxing in 2025 is a very different landscape. Tyson, who's currently preparing for a bout with Jake Paul, understands the shift well. The sport is different now, Tyson said. But if I'm fighting and Manny's fighting, people are watching. I'm 58, he's 46, but we can still do this. This shift isn't just about age, it's about control. Older fighters are making their own choices and deciding how they want to go out.
D-Dubs, you're the boxing guy.
Damn, why? I just want to know why. Why? Dog, you must be... The money must be funny, and it's time. You know, you want to come back and you fight this young kid, and this kid Barios.
For Pacquiao, this isn't about launching a full comeback campaign. It's about one fight, one belt, one challenge. Beating Barios won't make him a pound-for-pound elite again, but it would send a powerful message. He didn't retire because he left on top, and he's choosing to return. That there's risk in that. There always is. But if those closest to him are right, Barios could be walking into more danger than expected. He's still got it, Tyson said. Watch what happens.
And Twitter, he says, in quote, I'm back, end quote. He also wrote on social media, he's added, let's make history, end quote. Now, Pacquiao, we're going to talk about his training a little bit, all the critical howl from the public about him coming back, and also what Roach, his trainer, might have to say. Pacquiao, guys, will break his own record as the oldest welterweight champ ever if he does pull it off. So what do you guys think about that?
Teddy Atlas has never been one to hold back. When he speaks on a fighter's future, it comes from decades of experience witnessing what happens when boxers go beyond their limits. On his podcast, The Fight with Teddy Atlas, the Hall of Fame trainer didn't hide his concern. I'm very concerned, Atlas said. I'm not trying to stop anyone from making a living, but I'm worried about a great man, a man who fought for his people, gave back to his country, and now feels like he has to fight again at 46 after 72 fights.
Are you cool with Pacquiao against Mario Barrios?
I am. I'm cool with it. If I was cool with Manny Pacquiao coming back and fighting Keith Thurman, I'm definitely going to be cool with this one. Barrios is not a puncher. Thurman was one of the biggest punchers in boxing. I think he's going to be just fine with Mario Barrios, who we know what he is on the top level. He comes up short. He's been stopped by fighters that are less than Manny Pacquiao and Davis.
I just think you're playing with fire, Atlas continued. You can move the furniture around, try to change the story, but eventually you realize what room you're in. The reality is clear. Pacquiao is 46 with 72 professional bouts behind him. His last major win was in 2019 against Keith Thurman, a stunning victory that proved he could still compete past 40. But that was nearly 5 years ago.
Footage, guys, footage from the gym shows he has still speed. The old man's in shape. That's never been really the issue. He's never let himself really go, guys. He's still lean, still fast on camera, at least. Now, guys,
since then, he hasn't participated in a sanctioned fight. This return isn't gradual. It's straight into a world title shot. While Atlas agrees that Pacquiao has earned the right to bypass the usual contender path, that doesn't make him invincible. His resume deserves respect, Atlas said, but it doesn't stop time. It doesn't undo the toll of 72 fights. 15. Not everyone sees it the same way. Some believe Pacquiao still has enough left to beat a younger opponent like Mario Barrios. On the May 21st episode of the Porterway podcast, former two-time world champion Shawn Porter broke it down technically. He focused on how aging affects timing and pace. As you get older, your speed slows. Even if you don't feel it mentally, the timing just isn't the same. Porter said that he believes Pacquiao shouldn't try to pace himself. If you're 46 and your gas tank is only half full, use it in the first 2 or 3 rounds. Don't save it. Get off on this kid early.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I keep laughing about that fight. I don't know. I don't know if they exist. I don't know where the money would come from.
Who's paying the Pacquiao tax?
I don't know. I don't know anything about this. All I know is that it just seems the guy's almost 50 years old. I mean, come on. Was he 46, 47 years old?
Could he beat Barios?